everyone, I'm Shruti and I live in Singapore, and today we are going to make a very famous breakfast item from the south of India, which is called Masala Dosa. This breakfast is eaten by one and all, enjoyed by all the kids and the adults as well. So let's not waste time and let's get cooking. So let's begin the prep of Masala Dosa. So the masala is nothing but a potato sabzi that we make. It's like a stuffing that we put inside the dosa, which I will explain to you later. Let's get making the dosa batter first. So here I have taken some black gram, and this is the whole black gram and this is the split one, and this is a short grain rice.
So for the dosa batter, I have soaked 1 cup of urad dal, that is black gram, in a few cups of water, and I have soaked 4 cups of short grain rice with 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds in about a few cups of water as well. So I have let this soak for about 4 to 5 hours, and after I have soaked them, I have ground them separately in a mixer grinder until really fine. So for the urad dal, I have used about a cup of water, and for the rice I have used about 1.5 to 2 cups of water. And after I have ground them finely, I have poured this into one pan and I have mixed this really well with my hand for a good 2 to 3 minutes. You have to do this to get very good soft idlis and crispy dosas. So do not skip this process, and I have let this ferment overnight.
So let's get to making the masala of the masala dosa, which is nothing but the potato stuffing. I have boiled here 4 to 5 medium-sized potatoes, and my pan is already heated up. I have put about a tablespoon of oil in it. I'm going to temper this with some curry leaves, chilies, ginger and onion and a few spices. So I'm going to be adding oil first. So I'm adding a teaspoon of mustard seeds. I'm going to let them splutter. Now I'm adding half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. I'm just going to swirl it. I'm adding 2 dry red chilies. Mix them around a bit and make sure your flame is low at this time. I'm going to add some curry leaves. I'm adding a little bit of minced ginger. This is about a teaspoon. I'm also adding a bit of asafoetida. You can skip this if you don't have it. Now I'm adding thinly sliced 2 medium-sized onions. I'm adding half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and I'm going to mix this. So you don't want to burn these onions or caramelize them either. You're just spreading them out and softening them a little bit. You need the moisture from the onions for this vegetable. So I have let the onions sweat for a minute. I have finished roughly chopping these potatoes. Generally you mash them towards the end of making this sabzi, but I've just chopped them for easy prep. So now I'm going to add all of this to the pan. So I have turned up my flame a bit to medium, and I'm just going to mix this really well. Now I'm going to season this with a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to keep mashing this roughly with my spoon. You can even smash it a bit with the back of your spoon. If you prefer pieces of potato in your dosa, then skip this step. But originally, the masala is quite soft and mushy, so I'm going to make sure that I'm going to make it a bit softer because that's how even I prefer it. So I'm going to give it a taste, and I'm going to add a bit of water to this so that it softens up a little more. Now I'm going to just steam this for 2 minutes, low down the heat. Until then, I am going to chop my cilantro for the garnish. So now it's been about 2 minutes, and you can see that it's absorbed all the water and it's become nice and soft. Now I am just going to garnish this with little coriander, and I'm going to squeeze about a teaspoon or 2 of lemon juice just for the extra tang. And the masala is done, and now I'm going to start making the dosas. So I'm going to switch off the flame. I'm going to get to making the dosa. If you are staying in a colder country, please add some salt before you start the fermentation process. It will help the batter ferment a little faster. So I have fermented this overnight, and I want to show you how it has doubled in size. So the batter last night was around half of this container, and now it has already come up, and I just want to show you how it looks when it's completely fermented. It's airy and bubbly, and you can see how the bubbles have formed, and the whole batter is very fluffy and lightweight. And I'm going to be making dosas out of this. So let me take a few spoons of this batter, and this batter can be used for idlis, paniyarams and dosas as well. So it's fermented really well. So I'm just going to take a minute to mix it well. So I'm going to take a few seconds to kind of eliminate all the air bubbles in this. As you can see, there are a lot of air bubbles. Technically I would mix the whole batter if I'm using this at this point. Right now I'm just mixing this to show you. So it has to be quite thick but a little runny. So if you're making idlis, I won't be adding any extra water to this. I'll be just seasoning this with salt and steaming this. But if this is for the dosa that we're making right now, I'm going to add a few tablespoons of water to make it like a pancake batter, more like a crepe batter. So I have taken about a cup and a half of the dosa batter from the vessel that I showed you, and I added about a ladleful of water to this, and I have made it runny, but it's still very thick. It's more like your pancake or a crepe batter, more like a crepe batter actually. And I've added a teaspoon of salt to this. So basically, dosa as a recipe or as a dish originated in Karnataka, in the state of Karnataka, in the Udupi region, and it started going down south, more in Tamil Nadu, in Andhra, in Kerala. So everyone has their own versions of a dosa. So we have sada dosa, that is the plain dosa. We have masala dosa, as what I've showed you with the potato stuffing. We have rava dosa. We have a lot of varieties and different types in it. So some like it crispy, some like it soft, some like it thick, some like it thin. So I'm going to just mix all of those styles and I'm going to show you. So here I have my pan quite heated up. I'm going to just splash it with a bit of water, and this is a good sign that the dosa is ready and the tawa is ready. And I have also greased my kitchen paper with a bit of oil. So I'm just going to spread it evenly, and I'm going to put about 2 ladlefuls, and I'm going to start spreading it in circles. So make sure you don't lift your spoon at any point, and if you feel that it is thick or thin at any place, just keep spreading it. And I'm just going to add a bit of oil around it. If you have a non-stick pan, you can totally skip the oil and it will just come out in a few seconds. I'm going to turn up the flame a bit. So now you can see my dosa is nice and crispy, and I'm just going to take it out from all the sides slowly so that it doesn't tear. And I'm just going to fold this over, and I'm just going to put it on the plate. And I'm going to serve this with some potato masala. And I'm going to garnish this with a bit of coriander leaves. So here we have our perfect breakfast ready to enjoy. Our masala dosa is finally ready to eat, and as you saw, it just takes a little bit of prep and a little patience, and you can have this breakfast made in few minutes the minute your batter is ready. So I have garnished this with fresh coriander leaves and a bit of freshly grated coconut, and I'm going to show you how crispy and amazing soft it is inside. So you can hear, so this is like crispy and soft, and you can have the masala stuffed inside the dosa, or you can have it just like this. It's amazing, comforting, and reminds you of home. So enjoy this, make this, let me know how you like it. Keep watching my recipes. Thank you.